People often ask what sets us apart from the competition.
It's easy. Snoring was our problem, and we know what night after night of snoring does to a relationship. Visit GetZQuiet.com.
ZQuiet was developed to treat my snoring, and we realized there were other couples that were desperate for a simple and effective solution.
We're so proud that ZQuiet has become America's trusted name in snoring solutions.
Get ZQuiet and kick snoring out of bed forever.
ZQuiet fits both men and women. Try it risk-free for 30 days for just $9.95. Text SLEEP to 246810 or go to getzquiet.com. Text SLEEP to 246810 or go to getzquiet.com.
Howdy, friends. Texas Gun Club, the premier shooting sports experience, is now open to the public. You'll love shooting and hanging out with your friends at the only range in the Houston area with 50-yard lanes. With a great retail space, Texas luxury, and Southern hospitality, you will definitely want to enjoy the experience here at Texas Gun Club. Visit TexasGunClub.com to learn more, and we'll see you on the range.
My mom's a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life, and they need your help so they can continue saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction. They pick cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 24 hours a day, 800-478-6860. Your donation could literally save women's lives. Call today, 800-478-6860. That's 800-478-6860.
The following program, paid for by Right Path Real Estate, does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
Morning, my brother.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, hot mic.
All right, sorry about that. Welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. You can call in, get your questions answered. Want to get right to the phone lines. I've got Benchmark Insurance on the phone. Welcome to the show. What's going on, my man?
Not much. Hey, Tom, how you doing? This is Rick over here at Benchmark.
Hey, Rick, what's going on? So what's new in the world of insurance?
Oh, man, just trying to get everybody turned on as quick as you can. A lot of people have questions still with Harvey claims and Harvey-related, properties they're acquiring. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now.
Now, is there a deadline in order to file the claim based on when the storm happens?
Yeah, you have 2 years to file a claim in Texas. So, you want to get that claim in there, especially because of the time frame that everybody's, it's taking for the turnaround on the, settlements. But you do have time. There's no drop-dead date to have to get it in besides the 2-year window.
Not like it's 90 days, you use it or lose it kind of thing. It's 2 years to get a claim in.
Correct. Yeah, in the state of Texas, you have 2 years to file a claim.
Now, to help out some investors that might be listening, because there are a lot of investors are making offers on flooded houses. We're seeing various stages of homeowners, didn't have flood insurance. Some of them are still living in the house, even though it's only been remediated. Some people are living in the house and they haven't even remediated. There's all different stages. But then there's also some people that because they're waiting on an insurance check or something like that, they're concerned that if they sell the property, that then they're selling their right to the insurance claim along with the property. Can you address that? What's facts and what's fiction?
It's kind of a little murky waters in there a little bit, but once you file that claim, that flood insurance company, usually it's NFIP, right, is obligated to pay that claim. We're advising people if they have the claim status in there, kind of wait it out, see where that process is. Talk to your adjuster, see how long that's going to take. If it's in a couple of weeks, maybe wait a little bit to sell it. If not, then, you can definitely, that claim does not go away just because you sell the property.
Okay. And so what's the time frame that you're typically seeing from the time that the claim is made till the time that the adjuster comes out? How long is that time frame are you averaging?
It's coming down now because, everybody had claims, initially there was a flood of claims. There wasn't
No pun intended, right?
Had to follow up. Yeah, so now, we had a follow-up claim or, event in Florida, so everybody's kind of spread a little bit thin. So, time frames now, you should be hearing back from your adjuster within a few weeks, and they should be out there, within 30 days to take a look at your property as a minimum.
Is there any requirement, is there any regulation, anything like that, how long that they're required to respond within?
They just say, it doesn't have a time limit as far as how many days they have to respond by. Like I said in the beginning, people were waiting quite a bit of time just because of the lack of adjusters in the area. But now that we're a few months away from it, if you're filing a claim now, the response time's a lot better.
Okay, so I'm joined live in the studio or live on the phone line with Benchmark Insurance Group, and that's insureinvestors.com is their website. That's INSURE investors.com. So INSUREINVESTORS.com, and their phone number is 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the web portal on the Insure Investors website? What can I do there?
We're building it so that basically it's going to be a one-stop shop for you. You can go in there if you're looking for builder's risk, if you have a package or portfolio, you're going to be able to enter all your properties in there, get a real-time quote. If you have a portfolio with us, you'll be able to go in there and quote a new property that you're looking into or that are acquiring. It's going to make it so it's very easy to use, very user-friendly. For you to, basically quote your own properties, add your own properties if you have an existing package. It's just going to be very, something that's going to make it easy for investors. Once they're a client, they can go on there and basically manage their account, pay their bill, see how much, their premiums are for the year. It's going to make it basically, you're going to be able to do everything by, from your own computer. You're not going to have to wait and call and ask and stuff. You're going to be able to access your information in real time.
So what if I live in Corpus Christi? Can I do it even from there?
Absolutely. We can do it with our portfolio packages. If you're an investor that has Texas properties or a couple properties outside of the state, you'll be able to manage your entire portfolio from that property from anywhere. Okay. So really, y'all are opening up the marketplace to any investor anywhere. Like Jason and I, we were, I guess it's coming up on a month ago, tomorrow. Today's the 13th. So yeah, a month ago tomorrow, we were in New Jersey at a networking event there. So even the people that we met there, they can go to that same portal, get quotes. We've got students in Seattle, Washington. They can go to that portal and get quotes. So is there any place that you can't go? It's in the United States. So, I mean, we can't, right in Canada, Mexico, but United States-wise, yeah. Once we get it all up and running, you'll be able to quote properties, throughout the country. So I asked somebody, people are always asking me, hey, Tom, rules of thumb, because that's the way I got started learning this business, is I always tried to figure out, hey, is there a rule of thumb so that, because let's face it, when you're buying properties, you've got to be able to, know, hey, this is what the property's worth when it's finished. This is what my holding costs are. This is what my rehab costs are. This is what the profit is I need to get. And then based on that, I'm solving for what is going to be my offer price. So part of the holding cost is the insurance. And people have asked me, hey, Tom, what number do you plug in? Like we've got a deal analyzer, and we started with just $100. And people said, was that the number that actually costs you for insurance? And I said, well, here's the problem. When you're first getting started, you're going to need a separate policy for each one of those, because you can't really use that blanket policy until you have at least, I think the number is $4,000 a year in premiums or $5,000 a year in premiums. Answer that question for me. Yeah, so somewhere in that ballpark. So we just put $100 in as the deal analyzer, but that's going to vary based on, how far are you from the coast? Are you in flood areas? Are you not in flood areas? Are you buying just the basic minimum coverage? Are you buying, what are you getting? So what would you say would be a good placeholder to use? Well, if you're doing the one-off policies, like you said, it's a little bit tricky because it depends where it is. It depends the size of the house. It depends how much coverage you're looking for. Are you doing a builder's risk? Are you putting a tenant in there right now? Different types of insurance for different types of projects, right? Once you get into the portfolio side of it, then, yeah, you will have a property rate. Once we take your package, submit it to one of our underwriters, get the best rate for you, you'll have a rate. and you'll be able to take that rate and multiply it by your square footage and figure out how much that property is going to cost you. Like you said, with the one-off, when you have one or two or three when you're first starting out, it's a little trickier just because of the factors that you mentioned, depending on size, scope of the work, what kind of policy you're buying, where it is. So once you do have a portfolio established and we get that rate locked in for you, then you can use that on any project. You can say, hey, this one's 2,000 square feet. This is what my insurance cost is going to be. You'll be able to determine that pretty easily.
So I'm joined live via the telephone line with Benchmark Insurance. It's insureinvestors.com. That's INSUREINVESTORS.com. That's insureinvestors.com. Or you can give them a call, 281-569-4353, 281-569-4353. Now, I know that really good deals, they move fast. And so if I'm trying to put my numbers together quickly so that I can make an offer fast, how long does it take for me to get a quote?
Well, usually same day. We say 24 hours. We try to get them back to you the same day. We understand that some of these properties are getting multiple offers. People are trying to lock them up real quick. So we understand the market. That's what we do. Basically, real estate investment insurance is our niche product. So we understand the time constraints, and we try to get those quotes back to you as soon as possible. We do say 24 hours, but we try to get them back to you same day.
So what are the one or two or maybe even three things that an investor needs to know that are going to affect the price of a policy the most? Is it things like condition of the roof? Is it foundation? I mean, what are some things that might make my policy be a lot more than I might anticipate?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing on a builder's risk. How much work are you doing? What's your ARV? On a tenant occupied, you're going to get an inspector to have to come out there. So how old's the roof? How old's the plumbing? Has the electrical been updated? Those are the kind of things that are really the top three things that are going to drive that cost. If you're buying a 1945 house and there's no update, that's going to be, pricier than if you have that same 1945 house, but that it got updated in 2000, or, knowing the roof was replaced 15 years ago. Those kind of factors are really going to determine in a tenant-occupied property. On a builder's risk, really just the scope of work. How much, are you doing improvements? How much is the property, worth now as it stands? How much coverage do you want for that property right now? And then how much are you spending on the, renovation?
Okay. So want to tell you that we're joined live by the phone line by Benchmark Insurance. It's insureinvestors.com. That's insureinvestors.com, 281-569-4353, 281-569-4353. Whether you're doing buy and hold, whether you're doing buy, fix, and flip. If you're doing wholesaling, probably not something unless you're closing on the property. A lot of people don't realize is that, when you're double closing on a property, that you need to bind coverage at closing, because oftentimes with title companies, if you're doing a double close, they want to do an updated title commitment before they do that second close. Sometimes you may actually own a property for 24 hours. How do you take care of an investor in those short-term ownership situations?
We can't do,
a 24-hour policy, right?
But, we have short-term policies. We can go as short as a month on some of the carriers. So, typically our builders risk and vacancies are 3-month policies, but we can find, shorter terms if needed. We usually advise to go ahead and get that 3-month policy because the cost is going to be about the same as the 1-month policy. And you know how it goes. Sometimes closings don't happen. Sometimes you end up carrying it a little bit longer than you wanted to. So it kind of covers you for that. And the cost is pretty much the same for...
Yeah, that's one of those risks that I see that a lot of investors miss, is that if they're going to have a property for 24 hours and they just don't insure it. And I'm like, wow, God forbid that a lightning storm or an electrical panel, issue or something like that, or some kind of liability thing happens on that property. And I see people all the time that are closing with cash and don't have insurance in place because they're just like, oh, I'm closing on it tomorrow, nothing's going to happen. And that's a risk that a lot of 99 times out of 100, you're right. It's that one time's going to kill you, though. So thanks for joining us. Right. It's been Benchmark Insurance Group, insureinvestors.com, 281-569-4353, 281-569-4353. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Mike's off.
All right, thanks. Cat's eyes! Sorry.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive,
right, so
you could lose a deal like that.
Minutes?
Yeah.
If you need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders, the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investment mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Did a quick change during the break. 713-785-1817 if you want to call in and ask any kind of questions. So joined now with the owner of Foundation Check, foundationcheck.com, 346-702-3825, 346-702-3825. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Hey, Tom. Hey, thanks for having me.
Good. So what's new in the world of foundations?
Wow. Pretty much standard, same old process. We're still real wet out there more than anything.
So is now, if I'm an investor, and investors, times are clicking, right? It's been raining quite a bit recently, right? After the storm, and we're all focused on, oh my gosh, and everything. Well, we almost went through a drought situation, right? And then from the drought, we went, right back into, a really wet season again.
Yep.
So is now a bad time to do foundation repairs?
Well, if your foundation company's crews out there digging, and it's, we've done a lot of inspections over the last couple of weeks,
Right.
man, and we're seeing a lot of surface water. And if they're digging, 10, 12 feet, there's probably water getting, all the way down to there. So
Because I've got a house right now. It's a buy and hold, and it's over in Channelview, and it's probably 4 inches low on the back left corner. And it's like I need to get the place occupied, and I just closed on it, and it's like I've been kind of waiting for it to dry out, but it's like I don't know, should I keep waiting? I mean,
yeah, I would. I mean, you really want to wait and make sure that ground, because that's really going to help on the install guys.
Yeah.
More than anything. We're up about 2 to 3 inches on the year since January. So, but yeah, so we're still seeing a lot of wet soils out there, and right now we're kind of running about a 45% investor load on people asking to look at their home. Another 45% of those are probably flooded properties, and the other 10%, are owner occupied properties. And and we're seeing a lot of guys kind of just chance it. I mean, we highly recommend calling us up on the front side. We're seeing a lot of tolerance levels and a lot of our calculations on the high side where the investor could have fixed it for a relatively small dollar amount, and then he gets it to the marketplace, and the inspector finds it, and then the lender needs the engineering review on it, and they just barely pass by the skin of their teeth, or they don't pass, and then they got to go back in and do foundation repair after the home's been completely remodeled. We've just happened to stumble across that over the last, probably couple of weeks, where just investors just really aren't quite going up front and doing it the upfront analysis and waiting to the back end, and then sometimes I got to be the bearer of good news or bad news, and I got to produce a report that the numbers and the calculations show how that slab is performing. So
yeah, there's an actual order in which the house needs to be built, and then typically when you're going back and doing a remodel, it should be done in that exact same order. There's a reason why houses have been designed to be built a certain way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Foundation,
ground up,
framing,
right?
Framing, roofing, absolutely.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. You got to close it in, and it all begins. I mean, you can't really do much before the foundation's fixed. I mean, that should be, short of a little bit of demo work or getting all the trash out from a previous owner. Short of that, I mean, foundation is like at the very beginning of the start process, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So, okay, so I also want to know: are you involved at all? I see some houses that are being actually raised.
Sure.
What? Tell me what you know about that.
Yeah, we're not involved heavily in that. Now, what I can tell you is that we just did a project for another local engineer.
Okay.
And what they wanted us to do is they were going to physically lift the home, put it on pier and beam, and put steel I-beams underneath. They wanted us to come in and do what they called a baseline inspection.
Okay.
The gentleman had rises and falls in his foundation. He liked his step ups. He liked his step downs.
Yep.
And so they didn't want to lift the home 30 inches.
Right.
And then he not have his traditional step ups or step downs.
Okay.
So we came out there. We performed a baseline inspection for him. Drew everything up, gave him the numbers. So when they cribbed the house up, they put the pier. The beams in and the blocks in, that the rise, the step ups, and the falls are the same height that he was accustomed to.
Okay.
Before that, but that is the maximum that we've been involved. I mean, we're standard.
That guy's raising it 30 inches.
He's going up 30 inches. I don't know if it's a grant issue or if he's just going up 30, but that's what he wants to do to get out of the floodplain, and he says it works for him. So.
Okay, fantastic. Have you seen the house that's south of Memorial on Kirkwood? It's on the west side. I think they've raised this thing like 10 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think partly, the more I think about it, I think that a foundation company that actually does that raised it up that high more for like advertising, like sure. we can do this, and sure. I can't imagine that a homeowner would actually want it that high. But it is way. I mean, it could even be 15 feet.
Sure. I mean, what do you do with sidewalks? How do you have access? What do you do with your garage?
Yeah.
The story is untold with those guys that are doing that. So we'll see if that's, I know a lot of that is going on new construction, and that's probably fine.
Sure.
I mean, that's regulated by the county.
Right.
The city ordinance just also took over the county ordinances, right. On new construction, with where to actually put that house at, and how many feet it's got to be above the floodplain and all that. So, but pre-existing structures. I mean, this is a city with 6 million people in it. So,
right.
I mean, what do you do with those homes that were built in the 40s, 50s, 60s,
Yeah, that's tough. So I'm joining with Brandon. He's a Foundation Check. It's foundationcheck.com, 346-702-3825, 702-3825. So if I'm a brand new investor, I know you've got a relatively large buy and hold portfolio. So you're an investor yourself. You also buy, fix, and flip some properties, right? And then you wholesale some as well. So so you got a ton of experience. And then now in the foundation, not the repair business, but you only do the foundation checks, which I love that. Why are so many investors afraid of getting involved in their first, one or two or three deals to get involved with a property with foundation problems?
Yeah, probably the stigma, but like anything else, it's like that first time home buyer.
Yeah.
I mean, with based on our clay soils, and if you're buying an older home, it's probably a question of not if it's going to move, but simply when. It's just how the structures were originally constructed. It is based on our soil content, and frankly, some of it is negligence by the previous homeowners. It's not just the previous homeowner, but also the homeowners. And we have a maintenance guide that we provide in our product, and it allows the homeowner, or the investor to really look at key things after the foundation's been lifted. You got it upright, everything's going good. Some key points to look for. I think a lot of the movement, people simply don't realize, because it's so gradual over time, and they don't understand that that pooling water by your house that's been there for 5 years is now affecting your whole right corner, and you're down 2 inches.
Right.
And that small pool of water, because you don't have drainage, you don't have the correct, erosion control or root barrier, is now costing you $20,000.
Right.
Because of that small pool of water on the right-hand side of the house.
Yeah. So what's the difference? I know that I can go and call up a foundation company. If I'm an investor, I can call them, and they'll come out and give me a free estimate and a peer map, and they'll show me all the highs and lows and things like that. Why wouldn't I just go that free route? Why would I? Why?
Yeah, I mean, Foundation Check was created with the, for the investor and also for the homeowner, but mainly on the investor side, because there still is a few number of companies that are running out there. I mean, the foundation companies in general are really good, but there still are a few companies out there that, the free evaluation, quote unquote, is not free,
right? Because
they have a vested interest. The more peers they put in, the more money they make.
Yeah, it's baked into the fact the price of their foundation work.
Sure,
right.
Absolutely, and Foundation Check was created just to be your eyes and ears. We come out, we inspect the outside of the property, take a few pictures, we draw everything up to scale. We come inside the property, we take raw elevation readings, and then from all that, it goes back into a software package. And then if you want a licensed professional engineer to review it, it goes to that. Or if you want a letter of opinion, it goes to that. In fact, just last week on the show, or 2 weeks ago when I was on the show, we talked about a young investor out of your club.
Right.
And we had 4 different bids on the foundation repair. And we actually went back out to that property free of charge and double-checked our measurements that we had and sat down with the investor. And sure enough, our drawing and our calculations, were right on. And it was almost a direct opposite of some really well-known foundation companies here in Houston. I mean, they were literally lifting in high points. So, I mean, that, and they had no zeros on their drawing. We talked about that last time, where our drawing has zeros, but I mean, and that really just gave confidence in the investor on our report, how we do our analysis, because there is different ways to do foundation analysis. So, but yeah, so that was just a good example of that investor is now thankful of, hey, I didn't go with that company because they would have been wrong, and Foundation Check came back out and checked it free of charge. Because if we mess up, if we have a bad drawing or a bad reading, and it does happen, but we went back out there and sure enough, it was spot on.
So tell me, what's the difference between how most foundation companies, what I found is they want to measure from the highest point in the house.
Sure.
And that's not how y'all do that.
No, we don't. We're looking for a neutral point, because if you start out at the highest point of the house, the only option you've got then is to physically go up, and that requires peer work. For R0, we require a couple of different things. A common place where somebody can find with ease. It's not tucked in the closet. It's not, the far right-hand side of the house. If, you guys are a client of ours. You go back, look at your drawings. The majority of our zeros are found in the center of the home. And we're looking for, how level that area is. Because traditionally in a home, unless you have a heave, the center point is going to be your most stable. because a lot of the cracking occurs on the exterior part of the slab as the structure gets, there's a lot of weight on the exterior walls. That brick veneer hangs on. So traditionally, if you're going to have problems, it usually starts on the outside, not all the time. But that zero allows us to start kind of in the neutral point. We're not looking for a low point. We're not looking for a high point. We're looking simply for a zero or a neutral point that we're able to take a baseline measurement.
And how much of a difference would that make doing that philosophy when I'm going to do the repair?
Yeah.
What does that mean economically?
Well, hand over fist is going to be probably cheaper. Because we're not going to. If you start out at the highest point, you're probably going to have more piers. And the opposite of that is that if you start at the lowest point, well, you're probably going to have more piers. With us, we're more neutrally based or that zero based when we start our analysis. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining the show. It's FoundationCheck.com. That's FoundationCheck.com. 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Thanks for coming in.
All right, Tom. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary pier work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at FoundationCheck.com. That's FoundationCheck.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties?
Hey,
Jet
Tom.
Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. The problem is you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment without mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen
Hey, Nikki, I'm back.
Okay, 20 seconds.
All right.
And Clint is on the phone for Anderson Advisors.
Okay, great.
We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
This is Business 1110.
Steve Perry, my bro.
He's so silly.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, hot mic.
All right. Just a small town boy. Sorry. Hey, welcome back to the show. This is Tom Perry. I'm with Right Path Real Estate. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. 713-785-1817 is our phone number. Joined live via our telephone hotline, Clint with Anderson Advisors. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I guess we were both down in Vegas this weekend.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm now starting to feel like I can't go anywhere without bumping into someone that I know in this business. And so, I was walking in and kind of caught me off guard. You're not expecting somebody to walk in and go, Tom, you're not expecting to know anybody in certain places, right? So walking into this meeting that I was there and they said, Tom Perry, I'm like, yeah. and you're out of place and all this. So anyhow, it was fantastic. Yeah. To see your gal.
I wonder if there's a stalker that's tracking.
Yeah. Right. You never know. You just never know. So so y'all are doing trainings all over the place, right? I mean, that's what y'all do is teach people how to, operate within what I call the three-legged stool. It's liability, it's taxes, and then lendability, right? And you've always got to balance. Yeah. It's like a three-sided teeter-totter.
One of the things that I like to hit on a lot and impress upon people is the need for privacy. And so at the event, many times what I'll do is I'll spend probably half of the first day teaching about the importance of setting up your structures so that if somebody were looking at you, they're not going to realize that you have accumulated all of this real estate, all of these assets. And it's funny because just a few days ago in the Wall Street Journal, I think it was on Saturday, they ran an article on the use of limited liability companies for privacy purposes. And I thought, wow, this is tied right into exactly what I'm teaching everyone, that, depending how you set up your LLC, you can set one up where your name's listed on it. And if somebody wanted to see what you have set up, in Texas, they'll just go to Secretary of State's website, log in there, put in your name, and you're going to be associated with every company you established. If you adopt the traditional route of going about creating LLCs, which is, you set up either a manager-managed LLC or maybe you set up a member-managed, so now they know who the actual owners are of the LLC, not only and the manager. But there's other ways to do it where you can create these LLCs throughout Texas, any state, and if it's structured properly, if someone were to look, they're not going to know that you have that company. And that just goes right back to, like when you walk into the Green Valley Ranch, you're looking around going, how do people know I'm here? Well, there's some instances where you want people to know who you are and what you do, but there's sometimes when you would desire privacy, and you don't necessarily want that information made public. And I think with business dealings, as you start to acquire a lot of real estate, it becomes more and more important.
Yeah, so how difficult is that to set up?
It's actually surprisingly easy to set up. It's just understanding the mechanics that go through it. What I typically tell people is that if you're looking for that type of structure, you need to then first start with a jurisdiction such as Wyoming, Delaware, Nevada, somewhere where your information is not required to be disclosed. And so that becomes your base of operation. Once you set up that first structure, then when you're setting up the LLC in Texas, what you're doing is you're making that anonymity compliant, is how I refer to it, that anonymity compliant LLC, the sole member manager of your various other LLCs that you create. And what ends up occurring is that if someone looks, they see your state-specific LLC, and it doesn't relate to you. It actually points to an out-of-state LLC, for instance, Wyoming. And what's interesting about that is when they look there, they don't see your information tied to that Wyoming LLC because of the way Wyoming laws or Delaware laws are fashioned to ensure maximum privacy. And I can tell you it's very effective. Last summer, I received a phone call from an investigative journalist up here in Washington State who was doing some research on a company that we had formed. And he calls me up, and he has a very distinctive voice, and he says, "Hey, do you know who I am?" I said, "Yeah, I know exactly who you are." He said, "Hey, I really would like some information on this company because I'd like to get in touch with the owners because there's someone out there that is using their name to misrepresent a certain product, and I know they would want to know this." And I was like, "Okay, well, what can I do for you?" He said, "Well, what can you tell me about them?" I said, "Well, obviously, you know I can't share anything." He said, "But I've hit a stone wall. I see this company. It traces right back to Nevada, and it goes to your firm. But from there, that's where the trail stops cold, and I don't know who's actually behind it." And, I explained to him, I said, of course, that's the reason why these individuals set it up is that they wanted to maintain their privacy. And if you wanted me to get a hold of them, send me your information. I'll pass it along. And if they choose to reach out to you, that's great. But you just can't go on a fishing expedition and start looking at people's entities and their business dealings and then make a determination as to what it is that they hold. And I've had clients that have been involved in real lawsuits and big lawsuits, with $10, $15 million damages that have utilized privacy to settle these claims for their policy limits. And a lot of times I think attorneys miss this aspect of investing or setting up business enterprises. They think, oh, don't worry about that. Privacy is overrated. Just put your name on everything. They're going to know that you have it anyways. And that's a false statement in my experience.
Okay, so that's the advantages of being private. Are there any disadvantages to being private?
Of course. Just think if you want to borrow money.
Yeah.
And you're using an LLC and you walk in and you actually want to buy the property in the limited liability company and you're trying to get a loan and the bank's going to do this. They're going to pull up the LLC and they're going to look at it and they're going to say, "Who the hell are you?"
Right.
And they say, "Well, this is my company." Sure, it is your company. In fact, who's this Anderson group over here? And so therein lies the problem. So anonymity can be your friend or it can be your worst enemy in certain circumstances. So you hit it right on the head there. You have to know when you can use an anonymity shield and when you should avoid it. And typically it's going to come with lenders. When you're working with lenders and you're directly dealing with an entity, you're trying to take title on that entity, they're not going to be that comfortable with you using anonymity. There are limited circumstances, of course, if you're dealing with, I found with institutional financing that it's not a problem if you set it up, because many times with those types of deals, you're going to be starting in Delaware, and then you're going to take that LLC and you're going to foreign file it in a different jurisdiction. They're more accepting of it because they understand it, but small banks, you're not going to be as fortunate with that. You're going to have to drop that anonymity shield.
Are there any other disadvantages? What about, does it create any issues with actually closing on the property with the title company, those kind of things?
No, a title company's not going to have a big problem with it. One of the things that comes up a lot with anonymity is you have different jurisdictions where you can create entities that you can maintain this shield. Nevada, for instance, you have to use what is referred to as a nominee. That is someone who serves in your capacity for filing purposes, and then they resign. So we set up a multitude of Nevada entities throughout the years, and my partner, Toby Mathis, an attorney, has served as that nominee. So if you looked at someone's company, let's say it was Jackhammer LLC, and you look at the LLC, it's going to say A.T. Mathis, nominee. Now, that is a problem because when someone looks at the company to verify it, they're going to see this guy named A.T. Mathis, and they're going to wonder, why isn't A.T. Mathis signing the documents? So in those cases, it's a problem. But if you're using Delaware, Wyoming, the nice thing about those two jurisdictions is they don't list anything. And so the first year when you set up your entity, the only information that's provided to the Secretary of State is going to be the organizer's information, that is the attorney that set up the company, and the registered agent. And they're not going to list who the members or managers are. So what I've found, even with my own investing, what they'll ask for is a copy of your operating agreement. And that's where it's going to disclose everything in the operating agreement. So you have to pick the right jurisdiction to implement this structure for closing.
Okay, so I'm joined live via our telephone hotline, AndersonAdvisors.com. That's www.Anderson, A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N, advisors.com, 1-800-706-4741, 1-800-706-4741. They are legal and tax and business advisors. They can help you from the legal side. From I call it the three-legged stool or the three-sided teeter-totter. You've got to be able to balance liability and lendability along with your taxation. You want to minimize taxes, but not so much that you don't show any profit and then you're not bankable. So they're going to sit down one-on-one. What's the best way for them to contact you to be able to have a one-on-one session?
Well, you know what we did is actually we have rightpathap.com. If they went to rightpathap.com, I actually put together for this show what I call my Invisible Investor Strategy ebook, which explains how this technique works. They can get a free copy of it right there. And if they put in their information, if they want a consultation, we will definitely reach out to them.
So rightpathap.com, the Invisible Investor Strategy book. 3 steps to create an invisible investor strategy book. I just went to the website right now. I'm seeing this for the very first time. This looks fantastic. And so if you want to get a free ebook, you can download it right there on the spot. 3 steps to create an invisible investor strategy book. You know, who doesn't want to be invisible? You know, when Jason and I first started in RightPath, I said, hey, if we ever become rich and famous, you know, you can be the famous part. Because it's kind of interesting. I was having dinner last night, and I was sharing this story about what had happened when I was in Vegas. It seems like more and more often, I everywhere I go, somebody recognizes me from either the radio show or from speaking that I do, and I'm sure it happens to you as well. The more you put yourself out there, the harder it is to stay private. And if you want to learn how to do it the right way, how to become an invisible investor, go to rightpathap.com. Or if you want to schedule an appointment with Anderson Advisors, go to andersonadvisors.com, 1-800-706-4741. Hey, Clint, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
All right, bye-bye.
Mike's off.
Hi, Clint.
You got to go to their website. It looks really slick.
You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at andersonadvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825 or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive
All right,
analysis
Tom, we
of
got
the
40
market.
seconds.
Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre?
I love the big band.
There's a better place to invest.
Huh?
The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best.
The big band
investments
of.
Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9%
Yeah, JB
preferred
Fund,
return
yeah.
and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Want to let you know that we've got a big event coming up this Thursday. You don't want to miss it. In fact, you want to go to rightpathrealestate.com right now and register. We're going to have a case study. We have one of our students that bought a property in Houston, bought it through a real estate agent. In fact, I'm going to a realtor meeting tonight, a networking event. You know, realtors can be a great access if you're to properties that are on market, that are off market. They can help you find deals that you wouldn't find on your own. And so in fact, 2 deals that we're involved in right now, one that we're in the middle of a rehab, another one that we're going to close it on either the end of this week or the first part of next week. You know, they were represented by real estate agents. And we have a method and a strategy for teaching our students how to work with real estate agents to create real win-win-win scenarios. You know, so many times in investing, people think that you're trying to create a win-lose scenario. And that's not a good strategy for long-term business success. If you can create a win-win strategy, that's the best way to continue long-term. Have an abundance mentality. And we love working with real estate agents. So there's going to be a case study at our club meeting on this Thursday evening. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. There's going to be networking. There's going to be vendors there. There's going to be a panel discussion. We're going to have an appraiser there, an inspector there, a construction company, the whole team, insurance company, all the people that you would be necessary to learn how to work on properties, how to find deals. So this was a mold house that these investors, how many of y'all would be afraid to take on as your first major rehab, a mold house? If you want to learn, let's face it, there's going to be some mold houses coming up over the next 2 years. You want to know how to do it the right way. So they were able to buy a property. Everybody knows the rule of thumb, 70% minus repairs. They bought a property at 58% minus repairs. If you want to learn how to do that, how you can duplicate the success of other people, you know, one of the things I learned about being successful in life is if you sit down with a successful person and ask them, hey, what did you do? Success leaves clues. And you want to find out what was the path that they took to get to where they are. Oftentimes, if you travel through that same path, you'll get to the same place that they've gotten to. And many times the people that go there after the pioneers, I never want to be a pioneer. I never want to be the first person to go a particular route. You know, pioneers get shot. So I don't like being pioneer. But what I do like to do is follow the pioneers, go behind the trail that's already been blazed. And people that went out west following Lewis and Clark, they got out there faster than Lewis and Clark did. If you know anything about history, the pioneers oftentimes get shot. Don't be a pioneer. If you want to learn how to do mold houses the right way, and we talk about not just mold houses, learn how to do any house the right way. Learn your 5 costs of doing business. If you want to learn the secrets to investing in real estate in the Houston marketplace, come to our meeting. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. Register for the event. It is free to come to the event this Thursday. That's day after tomorrow. You do not want to miss out. Everybody in real estate will be there. Everybody's invited. Just go online, register, rightpathrealestate.com. Thanks for listening. Jason and I will be live in the studio tomorrow. You do not want to miss that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. You're going to have some secret learnings tomorrow. Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, Tom, have a good one.
All right, thanks.